I have to wear this size hat because I have a small head.
I have a giant head.
I need like the low profile hats.
Yeah.
That's why the new Red Sox hats that they make are no good.
Really?
Because they changed it went from cotton to polyester.
So it has a different
So
stretch.
the cotton Red Sox fitteds I used to cut the inside out. Sometimes I wouldn't even cut the inside out, but I'd wear it in the shower, and the top of it would shrink, so it would become a low profile.
And it would almost like mold to your head too. A little bit.
It would get tighter on your head.
Okay.
And so then they changed to polyester, and what happened with the polyester hats was they didn't shrink. They don't shrink, so you can't. I've done my best with certain Red Sox hats, the polyester ones, to cut out the inside, and then even shrink like the band, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't shrink.
You have to take like a hot air gun to it, because polyester will.
I've tried everything.
You gotta get
No,
wild.
I've tried everything. You cannot shrink the new hats.
Okay.
If anything, you can buy
in a way that's like good for quality, but it stinks for your customization. Though.
If anything, what you can do is you can buy a size smaller, and they have this contraption
that stretches it out.
They have them inside. When I was a
yeah.
reporter covering the Red Sox, they had this contraption inside the clubhouse. It's this wooden piece that goes in the hat, and you twist it,
you crank
and it
yeah.
stretches the hat.
It's like a torture device, kind of. It's like
pretty much. Now, I'm not going to buy one of those. I mean, I'm not wearing hats that often where I need to go to those lengths, to those extremes.
And to have to explain to someone what that is when, like, in your house, you're like, no, it's for my hats.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm stretching hats out with this wooden device that looks like a fucking bowl. Anyways, are we rolling? Is this good? Broadway Golf Club, you see the hat, you see the lid, you see the merch. You can get yours soon. Broadway Golf Club. Go to the website, BroadwayGolfClub.com. We'll be launching the website soon. Follow us on Instagram at Golf Broadway. Construction is tough, man. And I hate it.
It's tough in the city, too. Yeah.
No, we're way past that.
It's not even.
No, we're not. The meat of the construction is done. We're in the finishes.
Yeah.
So it's all this little shit. And I'm a perfectionist. And so my GC hates me. Because I am like every little thing. Because right now I'm seeing things I go, no one's ever going to notice that. But I'm here every day. I'm going to notice that. And that shit's going to bother me. We got to fix that right now. Yeah. That type of shit, my GC hates me for that.
Well, and once it's launched, you're not going to have like this time to fix anything. It's going to be way harder to move things around or fix anything.
Exactly.
So it has to be ready to go when it's ready to go.
We got to be ready to go.
Yeah.
TrackMan is in there this week installing.
Very important.
That means this shit is real. Yeah. It's always been real, but when you start to see the screens get put up, the carpeted sidewalls in each bay, we have 6 simulator bays. The bar is in. Once the walk-in fridge went in, I had a little tear coming down my eye. I had a tear dropping down my eye when I turned the corner behind the bar and saw the walk-in fridge installed. Woo! Woo! Special moment right there. I took a selfie, put it on Instagram. I said, first walk-in fridge selfie, because we had a little window. We have a window in it.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're moving along. We got the merch. I'm rocking the Broadway Golf Club merch. This is the Danny Picard Show. And I'm coming on to the show right now. And it's been a while, and I apologize, but I got a lot going on. We got Broadway Golf Club. We've been running wrestling events for UFO Wrestling. I am the new owner of UFO Wrestling. I wink to the new, but not the owner. That's a shoot. That's not a work. Yeah. I am the owner of UFO Wrestling.
And you're knee deep in a storyline right now.
And I am knee deep in a storyline. And I'm not sure that the roster wants me involved. But you know what? Tough shit. Because I'm the one that is signing those checks. And if there's one message that I can send out to the boys and girls in the room, it's when we put on the show and we put together a video production that is WWE-esque, please promote it. Please send it out to your audience. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one sending that shit out. Pisses me off. And somebody, I mentioned it to someone and they said, well, you only pay the talent to work the event, not promote after. And I said, that's funny. No, I fucking don't. So I'm going to have to start getting shit in writing. More than just a liability waiver, which we had those the last show. The last show was interesting at CrossFit 617. We had a crazy finish. Go to the UFO Wrestling Instagram at UFO Wrestling. The link is in the profile. Watch the YouTube video. Watch the last show. We had a very interesting finish and scary moment. Steve Beck is fine, though. That's the most important thing. Okay? Yeah. He's fine. And once we found out he was fine, the show goes on. And the show will go on. But that's just one of the other things we've been doing. We're building a new studio as we speak. So this show has kind of been put on the back burner. This show's been put on the back burner really the last couple of years. Mainly because I thought my new studio would be ready by now, but everything got delayed with construction stuff, and it's been crazy. It's been a crazy 4 or 5 years for me personally, professionally. But we keep grinding away and we come out on top. We will come out on top. But as I jump onto the show right now, the first show in what, month and a half?
Yeah.
I just saw something on Instagram. I'm on Instagram and I'm seeing Darius Rucker post a video of a Hootie and the Blowfish concert at Fenway.
And you were saying this
you just saw me react to it.
You were saying it was a bucket list thing.
Seeing Hootie live is top of the top bucket list for me. I used to think, oh, maybe he'll come back to the pavilion down the waterfront, down the seaport. Oh, maybe I'll see him at the Cape Cod Melody tent. He's at fucking Fenway, selling out Fenway. And what I'm realizing as I'm watching this Instagram video of apparently a Hootie and the Blowfish concert at Fenway recently, because his description under the video said had a great time at Fenway Park the other night. Like, he just posted it like an hour ago. And we're recording this on Tuesday night. I realized, one, this completely went over my head, and I missed the Hootie and the Blowfish concert. And two, I have no fucking friends.
No one person.
None. Nobody's no one's gonna tell me Hootie and the Blowfish is playing at Fenway. Two, no one's gonna, once they find out, and invite me to come. I got no friends, Paul. We are evaluating a lot here. I am evaluating everything on the fly. This is I'm rattled by it. Yeah. That I didn't even know was happening.
And it's already gone.
And like the video's incredible. Like, hold on. Was it? I think it was Darius Rucker posted on his own page. Yeah. Like, welcome to Fenway. Hold my hand. They're walking around. I cannot believe I missed this. It feels like I'm being trolled. This is fake. Yeah. No, he says, still smiling from our magical night at Fenway Park. Boston, you blew us away. We're excited to keep the party going with you in New York and Pennsylvania.
I would love it if it's just an old video and you're just getting work.
No, it's not. There's no way. I wouldn't. No. 54 minutes ago.
Okay, yeah, okay.
New York and Pennsylvania. Is he gone?
Yeah.
We're going to New York.
Road trip.
We're going to New York. Holy shit. Yeah, I got no friends, apparently. Apparently I'm just off the grid too.
Yeah.
I'm into getting this golf club open.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. There's no time for Hootie and the Blowfish.
You know, getting UFO wrestling, we're rebranding, getting that to a place that I'm working on some things. I can't talk about that. But
Darius coming by Broadway Golf. That's what you really need.
We need Darius. He owes me one.
Yeah, he owes you one.
Darius, you owe me one. It's bullshit. How did I miss it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't, you know what's funny? I get a lot of emails from the Red Sox just when I was a reporter. I still get the media, regular emails, and they send us concert stuff. And I didn't even get that. I would have seen that. I would have been at the concert. I mean, I have connections to get tickets for anything at Fenway.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even get an invite. It's fucked up. I'm not a concert guy either. This is why this rant is important.
Yeah, this is one that you...
This is important. I'm not a concert guy. Yeah. I don't need to go to concerts, but people who know me know I will go to the Hootie and the Blowfish concert, and I will sit in the front fucking row.
So shame on those people.
Okay?
Shame on them.
And he didn't just play at the Cape Cod Melody tent. He didn't just play at the pavilion down the waterfront. He played at Fenway. He didn't play at the Garden. He played at Fenway, which is one of the best venues for a concert. Have you been to a concert at Fenway?
No, I don't think so.
Dude. I'm not a concert guy. It's great. I mean, I think my favorite one, I went to Timberlake Jay-Z at Fenway.
Okay.
Awesome. Fucking awesome. Just awesome. But that wasn't really bucket list. That was like, oh, this is cool. Jay-Z and Timberlake at Fenway. And it lived up to the hype. But Hootie at Fenway? And I'm just finding out about it now? I'm just finding out about it days after it happened? And not only did I not know about it, but nobody invited me? And now everybody wants to get invited to the special night at Broadway Golf Club when we open? Oh, fuck no. I'm bullshit right now. This is bullshit. You know how many people are like, oh, when's the party? When's the big party? Oh, yeah, you know how many people are getting invited to the big party? Now I need to go on Instagram and search people's profiles.
Yeah, you gotta do.
And I gotta see who went to the Hootie concert and didn't fucking tell me.
Who knew what and when?
Exactly. Who went to the Hootie concert and who didn't tell me? And if those people, if they are people close to me and they think they are getting an invite to the Broadway Golf Club grand opening event, these people are fucking delusional.
Et tu, Brute?
Wow. Wow. Anyways. You know what? You should have wore your Broadway Golf Club hat.
I'll put it on. You want me to put it on?
Yeah, go put it on. You know? Let's rub it in everyone's face. The people who are not getting invited to the grand opening party, which is going to be very soon. You know, we're going to be finishing up construction here. The track man is in there this week as we speak on this Tuesday night. They are down there.
Doesn't fit me.
Sweating, putting up screens, putting up projectors, putting up the I/O monitor. We got the turf coming in.
It's a soft hat. Soft.
It's
a nice hat.
Look, I need the low profile hat.
Yeah.
So these are the ones I ordered. One of my business partners, Scott Farrell.
Yeah, because my head fills.
He got the tall guys.
Yeah.
You know, but he's got. It looks normal on him.
Yeah.
If I wore one of those things, I look like
a 10-gallon hat.
No, I look like A-Rod and Alex Rodriguez in like the baseball card picture with like the top hat. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you just can't wear a hat. I just can't wear a hat like that. But anyways, you can't wear it. You can't wear it.
I can wear it.
Yeah, you gotta wear it, dude. No, you don't have to. It's all right. Everyone's just gonna hate on me, not invite me to concerts, shit on my hats. What else? What else you guys got for me? Celtics won the championship. How about that? The Boston Celtics are NBA champions. And I heard from people afterwards, as I expected, because I sat here, 8 months ago? Maybe a year ago? Yeah. Right?
Yeah, it was a year ago.
Yeah, maybe like 11 months ago, right? Yeah. Just under a year, because obviously the finals happened and then they made moves. The Celtics traded for Porzingis. They traded for Drew Holiday. And they won a championship. I think what is... And just to clarify for people why I heard from the peanut gallery after the Celtics won the championship is because I sat here and I knocked the Porzingis trade. Because I said... I envision him, they're in the NBA Finals, and he gets hurt, and he can't play. And then they go stale from the three-point line, and you could have maybe got a Damian Lillard And that would have helped you do what you didn't do last year in Game 7 against Miami, which was you just couldn't hit threes and you didn't win because of that. Now, one thing that I also said, and you, I think, agreed with me, which gets overlooked by the peanut gallery as they, they just remember certain things that I say, is that I think even if the Celtics didn't make any trades, they can win with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They can win an NBA championship with those two pieces.
They were right there last year.
Right.
So.
I mean, Tatum and Brown have been there since their rookie seasons.
Yeah.
Well, since Brown's sophomore season and Tatum's rookie season. They went to Game 7 of the East Finals against LeBron and the Cavaliers when Kyrie was hurt and Gordon Hayward was hurt.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to remember that, but I do. And so I've always said they're growing. Yeah, they need these other pieces. Okay, yeah, they brought Horford back. They brought in a Derek White who was huge for them. I mean, Jaylen Brown at times was playing at a level that, I didn't even know he could play.
No, I think he became your captain. It was that good.
Right? Jaylen Brown was that good. Tatum, he has moments that we've talked about, I think on the last show a month and a half ago in the first round that frustrate you.
Yeah.
Because we know what he's capable of offensively. And when he has those stretches that he doesn't provide that, it is so easy for us to go, Tatum, he's not the superstar everybody says he is. Now, I don't say that, but there's a lot of people that say that. I think you might have kind of hinted towards that.
Yeah. I feel like he's the best player on the court, but he just disappears at moments. When Brown almost ushered them into the finals, when Tatum just didn't want to do it. The game was there, and it was sound to take it, and Brown over and over did it again.
Well, I think
his left hand wasn't a problem. That was the only thing you could bitch about him last year. Brown had a legit.
Brown turned the ball over more than anybody in the history of the league last year's playoffs.
Yeah, it was insane.
Especially against Miami.
Yeah.
But whatever. We're talking about now they won a championship. Yeah. I think, though, that's not fair to Tatum for the people that knock him as much as they do. Yeah, everybody deserves criticism. Tatum deserves criticism. When he has a game in which he goes 1 for 9 from 3, shoots 20% from the field, you deserve criticism. The problem with some of the criticism is there are moments where it's like everybody just puts it all and generalizes it, where it's like, no, wait a minute. All right, he didn't step up offensively this game, but he played crazy defense, got in all 5 positions on the other team, and he became a facilitator.
Yeah, because he had assists and rebounds. If you did,
he's got a double-double.
But don't you kind of hate that? Because that's Kobe doesn't do that. Kobe just takes over and wins a game. That's maybe the problem is the expectations that I have on him. That might be, maybe it's just he's not exactly what I thought he was.
Well, I mean, look, Kobe is a top 5 all-time great.
Yeah, but scoring,
in my opinion,
people
I think will put him in top 10. Yeah. People might put him up near 7, 8 range, depending on how far back the history of the league you want to go. But to me, Kobe doesn't get enough praise. I mean, I don't know that it's fair to compare anyone to Kobe. I don't know if it's fair to compare anybody to Jordan or.
But we're being sold that that's who he is.
That's who Tatum is?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he has he has many moments though.
Yeah.
He has more moments where he is Kobe than he's not.
Yeah. But I don't.
All right, maybe that's my opinion. People can disagree with me. But I think the numbers do tell that story. But anyways, we're getting away from my main point. My main point was, even in those moments 11 months ago where I sat here and I said, you're trading for Porzingis and you're giving up the heart and soul of the team and Marcus Smart. One of my main points was, I think you can still win with this group. They went ice cold from 3. Which was a crazy ice cold too. It wasn't like they couldn't hit anything. And then the other end, Miami was hitting everything. So you had that weird dynamic. But in fairness to me, Porzingis did get hurt and was hurt in the finals. And even in that last game, he was a liability defensively, and you saw it right away. Dallas kept kicking it out. I think they went 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Perimeter threes. Porzingis couldn't get out on it. I mean, he was a liability defensively in that game. He tried to play through it. credit to him. Now he's got to have surgery. Like, that's ballsy. But he did. What happened was exactly what I feared would happen. Was Porzingis would get hurt would be hurt in the finals, and you wouldn't, and everybody would go cold. The difference is they didn't go cold. You know, the Celtics team did everything.
They were perfect.
They were great. Almost. So the playoffs went so perfectly for the Celtics and so smoothly that when they beat Dallas and they won the championship, I almost was like, this feels like the Eastern Conference Championship. Like, there's got to be another. Like, when's the next series? Who are they facing next? Even now, like, watching the parade, I'm like, what's missing, right? Like, something feels like it's missing. Was it? And we do got to point out, like, all right, there were a lot of guys hurt. Yeah. You know, you didn't have to get you didn't have to play the Greek Freak. You didn't have to play Embiid. There were. Jimmy Butler was hurt for Miami.
Yeah, every round someone was hurt. That's not taking anything away from them, though, either, because you play who's out there, but they had one of the easiest trips, and while being one of the most dominant teams.
And as crazy as it sounds, Dallas wasn't the best team and most dangerous team in the West.
No, definitely not. No.
I think, Denver got caught up in the hangover. And the championship hangover is a real thing. And even if you get deep into the playoffs the year after you win a championship, that doesn't mean that hangover won't hit you in the second round of the West Finals. Like, that feels like one full season, but it's 2 seasons when you win a title. That's why repeating is so hard, because you don't really get that much of a break.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened to Denver. I still think they were the most dangerous team.
They just ran out.
They just ran out of gas.
Yeah.
And look, I know this sounds like I'm downplaying the Celtics championship because I said that the Porzingis trade, I wouldn't have done it. But no,
it all worked
I've
out.
been pretty.
Yeah.
I have been very fair to the Celtics in the sense that I've been saying for the last 2-3 years, Tatum and Brown can win a championship. This duo can win a championship. And after last year, I said they can win a championship even without any moves. Now, Porzingis ended up being great for them in the regular season, but there were injuries.
Yeah.
And again, he did get hurt in the finals. So I did predict that. Like, the peanut gallery, I've heard from some people, but it's like my response is, I don't get it. Do you want me to be mad that the Celtics won a championship? Because I'm not. I'm ecstatic. But at the same time, like, you're trying to tell me that I got it wrong, but I really didn't. I never said they couldn't win a championship because I believe in Tatum and Brown that much that, to me, it didn't matter what they did. Those two can catapult this Celtics team to a title, even if they didn't make a move. That's how confident I am in both of those guys. So like, people coming at me, they're wrong because I was right. Porzingis got hurt in the finals. But the Celtics was so good that it didn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, who's going to beat them next year?
Yeah.
They're the favorite to win the title again. I don't know. Porzingis is going to probably not be ready for the regular season, I would assume. He's going to have surgery. I don't know where that goes. I mean, the Holiday trade was obviously great for defensive purposes. But, do I think that if they didn't make a move, they could have still won the championship? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
You can't say it's not a possibility, at least.
You can't.
Yeah, you can't.
But look, they want it. It's like, I'm waiting for more. It was too easy. But the other thing I hate, and this is an annual rant for me, what I'm about to say, the rant I'm about to go on. Did you watch the championship celebration? The NBA championship celebration? I mean...
like right after when with the trophy.
With the trophies.
Yeah.
Who didn't, right? Especially around here. But I watched that NBA championship celebration every year. And I also watch the Stanley Cup celebration every year. And the Stanley Cup was given out last night on Monday night. The Florida Panthers in Florida beat Edmonton in Game 7. And McDavid had a chance on the doorstep in the final seconds to tie it, and
No.
he was out of gas.
Yeah.
Edmonton ran out of gas. And even Ferraro pointed it out on the broadcast.
You could see it. You could see it
when they were behind their own net.
Yeah.
It was like he didn't want to go anymore.
Yeah, they didn't have it. They didn't.
His legs couldn't move.
Yeah.
But Florida, the Panthers won the Stanley Cup.
First Stanley Cup, right?
First Stanley Cup. It is the greatest trophy. I'm a little biased because I am obsessed with the Stanley Cup. But the rant that I'm about to go on is a rant that I go on every single year because the rant always proves me right the following year, which is that not only is the Stanley Cup celebration the greatest celebration in sports, but the NBA championship celebration is the absolute worst celebration in all of sports. Put this in a perspective. Compare the two. The Panthers won the Stanley Cup last night on Monday night. The Conn Smythe Trophy winner, the MVP, was Connor McDavid, granted from the other team, didn't even come out to accept it.
Yeah.
Didn't even care. Didn't accept it. I don't even know if there's a picture of him with it anywhere. He probably didn't take one. And I'm trying to think of the last time an opposing player, John Sebastian Giguère, I think. Right? Is he the one, the goal, did he win it one time? He was the opposing goalie, I think, that won it.
Maybe, yeah. That's
Was
kind
it
of
him?
goofy. I mean, that sounds right, but I don't really remember.
Maybe I got that wrong. Either way, I know it's happened before because the NHL, it's the whole playoff. The MVP is for the whole playoffs. The NBA is just the finals MVP. Either way, it's the MVP. The NHL gives out the MVP first. And then they go, and now the Stanley Cup. And the team, even if a Panthers player wins the Conn Smythe, wins the MVP, he's going to go get it and he's going to give it to someone else.
Hands it away immediately.
They only care about the Stanley Cup that's about to be given to them.
Yeah.
And they celebrate with the cup. The NBA does the complete opposite every year. And it almost gets more and more exaggerated. They bring the team out to the podium and they go, ladies and gentlemen, your NBA champion, Boston Celtics. Here's the Larry O'Brien trophy, which is an awesome trophy, by the way. And they kind of ruined it because they put these glue lines in it.
Yeah.
What did they do?
I saw
What
the
is
same
that?
thing.
They ruined the Larry O'Brien trophy is awesome. And they kind of ruined it, right? The white paste or the glue in they want to make it the seams at a basketball.
Yeah.
It looks horrible. But anyways.
Then they go, and now
they
your MVP.
They go, ladies and gentlemen, here's your world champion Boston Celtics. Here's the Larry O'Brien trophy. And now,
They really do.
the MVP of the NBA Finals. And everyone's like, who's it going to be? And Jaylen Brown's like, yeah. Tatum's pissed. Brown loves it. And it's the dumbest fucking thing. And they do it every single year. And it's more and more exaggerated every single year. Do they not understand that it's such a terrible look?
Isn't it
For team sports?
Isn't it purely about the difference of the leagues? One glorifies the superstar and one glorifies the team. It's really what the league shows and why the NFL makes more money probably. The NBA makes
The
more
NBA,
money.
well, the NFL too. But, the NFL, the NFL gives out.
It's very much more a team thing though.
Yeah, the Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah.
The NFL they do the Lombardi Trophy, but that's really just about it's the confetti and the Gatorade, and it's we're going to Disney World, right? Everyone's got their own thing, but still, there is a team dynamic to that. The NBA, every year, it pisses me off so much. And they're always giving out, both trophies given out around the same time.
Yep.
And you can always see the difference where the NHL, it's oh, MVP, all right, great, here, take that. Do you ever see, imagine if the Conn Smythe winner skated around with the Conn Smythe after the Stanley Cup.
People would boo him. People
here's
might
the
boo
equivalent.
him.
The equivalent of it is, here's the Stanley Cup. They give it a, Matthew Tkachuk.
Yeah.
And now the Conn Smythe winner. Could you imagine if they mixed it up on the plays like that? The plays would be like, so baffled. The fans would be baffled. I'd be baffled. They'd be like, what are we doing? And I just don't know why the NBA does it. It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. Like the way that they build that up and they carry the MVP. Dude, take the MVP. I was actually happy. I thought, look, I'm a Tatum guy more than a Brown guy.
Okay. I was until this year.
So when I see Tatum holding the Larry O'Brien, I'm like, good. That's the trophy you want to hold.
That's the one that matters.
That's the one that, like, the iconic pictures.
Did you love Jason Kidd trying to get between them? Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
I loved it. I thought it was
What
such...
was the press conference.
Yeah, such gamesmanship.
That was great.
I love him. I love that.
But oh man.
And it worked too. Very little, but it got in there. It got in there just a little bit.
It worked because I think Drew Holiday was like,
yeah,
he's not telling any lies or something like that. And it's like, dude, what are you doing?
You're so dumb, man.
And for people who don't know, Jason Kidd at the press conference after one of the first games,
he basically said Brown's the best player.
He said, their best player, that's why he's their best player.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
That's why Jaylen Brown's their best player.
It really just slipped it in like that.
He said that purposely because he knew that the media was going, did you see that? Let's go over to the fucking Celtics press conference and ask them, guys, what do you think about Jaylen Brown being the team's best player, according to Jason Kidd? And it was just, Jason Kidd knew that was going to happen.
Just amazing. Well done.
And what pissed me off about it was this was such an easy answer for the Celtics, and nobody gave it. You know what the answer would have been?
It's about the
No. You know what it would have been? Been like, well, you know what? I think Luka Doncic is the Mavericks' best player. Because now you're spinning it. They're going to go ask Kyrie.
Yeah.
Like, that was the easiest. It was almost like Jason Kidd was feeding you a softball to smash back at his face, and nobody even went there on the Celtics. It didn't matter. But at the time, I'm going, you can easily smash this right back at him and go, hey, well, you know what? I mean, Luka Doncic is their best player.
That's just like,
and that's it. That's all you say.
I just love it because it's old school NBA. Like, it's just such a gamesmanship. It's such a move. It's such a great move. We need more of that.
We need more of that and less of the MVP trophy being celebrated more than the Larry O'Brien trophy.
Yeah.
It is one of the dumbest traditions in sports. Especially it gets to me, it becomes even dumber when you follow it up with the Stanley Cup every year. Or even if you give out the Stanley Cup used to be given out before. Yeah. And the NBA was a couple weeks behind always. And it's kind of the opposite now, it feels, which is bad for the NBA. I just don't know why they do it like that. Look, I know it's a superstar driven league.
Yeah, I think that's really they're only it's short-sighted.
You play for the NBA championship.
Yeah.
You call them world champions.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that is justified. Like, we know it is, but you get what I'm saying. Like, we got the Olympics. Let's wait and see how that goes. But the way they do it is just frustrating. And I wish they would change it. Because if you think about the NHL doing it that way, how dumb that would look if they gave out the Stanley Cup and like two guys carried it, and then like the MVP was just waiting to get his Conn Smythe, and he's carrying around the Conn Smythe. That would never.
It wouldn't
happen.
fly. Yeah, he would be booed. They would boo him.
I would never watch the NHL again.
Yeah.
The Stanley Cup is the greatest trophy in sports. I am obsessed with it. And I saw something, speaking of that, today. What is it? Tuesday, day after the Panthers won the cup? On Instagram, the WWE posted this. They posted a championship title. Instead of the WWE logo, a Stanley Cup and the Panthers logos. And I'm looking at it going, they just decided to take two of the things that I love the most in this world, the WWE Championship and the Stanley Cup, and they made it one title. And look, there are many times that I'm looking around, walking around the streets, talking to people, thinking that I don't belong in this world, Paul, with all you fucking aliens and space cadets. But you know what? Then I see something like that.
And I think, you know sense.
What? I'm right there with all of you guys. I love all of you. This is the world I belong in. When you create something like that, a Stanley Cup WWE Championship, here's the deal. I think I might have no friends because I didn't find out about the Hootie and the Blowfish concert at Fenway Park. There is one easy way to make up for this.
If I do.
One easy way to make up for this. Somebody out there, please buy me a generic Stanley Cup WWE Championship title. And you will be my best friend forever. That's all I want. You know, I'm a simple man, Paul. I'm a perfectionist. I'm a little crazy. I'm a visionary. But I'm still a simple man. You get me that WWE, not with the Panthers. They sell them. I looked. They sell generic ones.
Okay.
It's just the Stanley Cup on a WWE Championship instead of the WWE logo. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen. And I almost feel like I'm being trolled.
Yeah, like they made it. Yeah.
And I know I'm not being trolled, but I almost feel like I am. Triple H, you don't have to do this. You can just hire me, you know. You can just hire me, Notorious PIC, to be the next great hype man in the WWE. You don't have to go to these extremes to create a title that pulls at my heartstrings, that is so expensive, that I cannot afford it right now. And I don't have any friends, apparently, who will buy it for me because they won't even invite me to the Hootie and the Blowfish concert, a bucket list activity for me at my second home, the greatest place on earth, Fenway Park, outside of Castle Island, the second greatest place on earth, Fenway Park. All of these things that are happening, I don't know. I guess I have to try to channel some type of positivity with it. But I don't know what to say. I need that title, Paul. I need that Stanley Cup title. Anyways, WWE.
Yeah, since the other sports have wrapped up, we're back in wrestling season. Yeah.
Well, we're not back yet because
it's just about back though.
I do after WrestleMania every year I fall off.
Yeah.
And it's not intentional. It's just I'm always watching the NBA playoffs and the Stanley Cup playoffs, and that shit is every night for what?
2 months, basically.
Mid-April to mid-May. To mid-June.
Yeah.
2 months. And I kind of pay attention, but there's just so much going on.
Well, I think
it's tough.
They almost design the story so you can kind of pay less attention for a little while in wrestling. You only have to hit the beats, really.
Well,
now it's coming.
I wasn't even hitting the beats.
Now it's amping up again. Like right now, it's amping.
You know, they would. Yeah, I wasn't even looking.
So you were out. Yeah.
I was out. I mean, I did see some. Obviously, like I scroll when I scroll on Instagram, I'm scrolling for like 45 seconds, and it's really like all.
Yeah, you're not really seeing anything. Yeah,
you know, WWE like. It's all rant, like you can't even get like sometimes on Instagram now you'll scroll and it's stuff from 3 days ago.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like the timeline doesn't match up on Instagram, so it's tough to stay there and scroll through. So I don't spend too much time on it. But the stuff that I do see, I mean the main storyline is what the Bloodline. They've brought in Tama Tonga.
Yeah, and he destroyed everybody. That's basically.
And I'm not going to lie, like the new guy they brought in, I don't know who he is.
Yeah, I mean, people are hyped for him, but I'd be lying if I knew who he was.
Fatu?
Yeah, Fatu. He looks great. Like, he looked...
Oh, yeah, that leap he did, I saw through the table, like...
It was...
money.
I'm ready.
Money.
Yeah, I like him, but
I didn't really know.
No, me neither.
And the only problem I have with that stuff is, like, that feels more AEW than WWE.
It just depends on where it goes to. I do get what you're saying, but it depends on where it goes to. Because if we get what we think's going to happen, Reigns is going to show up pretty soon, hopefully at the next pay-per-view. But like, so it's all going to click together. So it's a good another long-term Bloodline storyline.
By the way, they are putting out that WrestleMania behind the scenes of what the build up to the main event and how they swerved.
They're finally putting it out. Yeah.
Right? And I watched the coming attractions and I'm like, Oh, because they delayed it.
Yeah.
It was supposed to come out like right after Mania.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then it got longer and longer. It was only supposed to be like a 20-minute
Yeah.
thing.
Well, like, I'm watching the build up to it again. I saw it on Twitter. And I'm thinking to myself, man, the way they're doing this makes Cody look so good.
Yeah.
And The Rock so bad.
So stupid.
And it's like, that's exactly what they wanted to happen. And the other thing is, which makes it's a work. People, it is a fucking work. And there's really one thing that you need to know that proves this behind the scenes video on YouTube is a work, is that they're telling you that the main event was The Rock versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship. So what you're telling me is that Roman Reigns was going to stick around after Mania? No, he was losing the title. So was The Rock winning the title? No, he was off to film a movie. Like, it doesn't make any sense. That was not going to be the main event. I don't care what they say.
Yeah.
They built up Cody in the process, right?
Because they kind of had to like rebuild him from what they did.
And they made The Rock a bad guy. I do not believe that this final boss character was just created overnight. Right. It was too perfect.
And created after Cody just decided to call an audible.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't believe. Like,
I don't believe it at all.
Believe it.
Because I don't think that Roman. I think they knew Roman was going away, and I think they knew The Rock was going away.
We all knew. If we knew,
so that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. If The Rock ain't winning it, which he wasn't, then Roman would have had to win it, and then he can't go away.
Yeah.
So that's all you really need to know. But people are going to get worked. They're going to get worked. I hope they throw a clip of this show in there. Throw a clip in there, Trips.
You can use it.
Do people call them Trips? I don't know. I just call them Trips.
Maybe that'll be your thing with Triple H.
Maybe. No, I love Triple H.
I mean,
Triple H would love me. I got a mind for the business. As much as the boys and girls in UFO wrestling might not think it right now. As the new owner of UFO wrestling, I got a special mind for the business. But I don't know. Our next event, I'm working some things out. Special thanks to CrossFit 617 for hosting the last show.
It was amazing.
We are going to have another show there. I do not know if the next one is going to be there.
Okay.
And that's not to say I don't want the next one there. It's just there's some things that were already in the works before that show. I'm trying to finalize some stuff. It's not easy throwing these shows together.
No.
It ain't easy. And we'll see how it plays out. But I'll be updating people probably on Instagram at some point soon. But yeah, WWE, we're going to be back now. Now that the Stanley Cup's been given out. Now that the NBA MVP the Larry O'Brien trophy has been given out.
Do we see Reigns before SummerSlam though, or does it make no sense to do that?
Well, what was the rumor that The Rock was going to fight Cody?
Yeah.
So you can't forget that.
But that's not happening.
So Paul Heyman is not happy with Solo Sikoa's bloodline.
Exactly.
Right?
He seems
is that the story?
Well, he seems to be like he's on shaky ground. Like it's like he knows what's happening, doesn't necessarily want that to be happening.
So it gets back to who's Paul Heyman communicating with.
Yeah. And they told us that it wasn't Reigns. At one point they said that.
Well, yeah, because they said he hadn't talked to him since WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And what did I tell you? I think Paul Heyman's talking to The Rock. Right?
Yep.
But who knows? I don't know where they're going to go. But obviously, Cody Rhodes has been dragged into the storyline. And so now you also have the Wyatt Six.
Yeah.
Which is very cool to see.
They're doing it perfect, too, I think. Just enough. And it seems like...
I only saw a little of it. I saw that one clip where they all come out.
Yeah.
And they bashed everybody in back.
Yeah. And that was violent. Did you?
Yeah, it looked like Chad Gable got shot in the head.
Yeah.
It was violent.
I was like, what the hell?
It was cinema.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I liked about that was, which reminded me of how UFO is shot. It was one camera cut. One like motion camera went.
UFO Wrestling, my company.
Yeah.
The company that I own.
The way the new like the action cam style of editing.
Oh yeah, that's Javier. Got to give Javier a shout out. Javier does a great job on the sticks.
But it reminded me of that.
What they call them, the sticks? I don't know.
I think so. I don't know either.
I'll call it the stick on the sticks.
cans.
I don't know. But yeah, I know what you mean, like the one shots.
Yeah, through that whole like almost like horror room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got CM Punk, Drew McIntyre.
Which I like.
I only saw pictures. I haven't watched the video. I keep telling myself I'm gonna get caught up, and then something happens, and I'm dealing with something else. But I think now that hockey's over, basketball's over, football doesn't stop for a couple months. Now we're getting into it again.
Yeah.
There'll be a build up to SummerSlam, which I think is in Cleveland in the Brown Stadium.
I think so. Yep.
So they're gonna have a huge event there, and once you get past SummerSlam, you kind of hit that like premature road to WrestleMania, which is going to be in Vegas. We'll be road to WrestleMania before you know it.
Yeah.
We'll be road to WrestleMania before you know it. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else.
Fight world, Tyson out, McGregor out.
What is McGregor's injury?
Pinky toe. Broke his...
No.
Yeah, it's a pinky toe injury.
Shut the fuck up.
No, it's a pinky toe injury. Yeah.
It's a pinky toe injury?
Yeah, it looked pretty rough, but he just said he's never, ever fighting injured again. He's supposedly...
Wait, what do you mean it looked rough?
It looked like it just happened. Like in really not enough time to like get...
Wait, is there a video of him breaking the pinky toe?
No, just the aftermath of what it looks like.
Like an image of his toe.
Yeah, or no, not even an X-ray, just a picture of... Just a straight picture. Just a bruised toe. It looks rough. You could have taped it, but he said he's never fighting again with being injured. And I actually kind of agree with him because if this is it's hard to say like one of the greatest of all time, this is your last shot, but people are going to not believe in you if you don't come back and look like the old McGregor. And so it's good. Sit out, in my opinion.
I did not think. I was wondering if there was something else going on in his life because I see videos of him still like out and about at the bare knuckle fighting.
Yeah, he was at Bellator in.
Does he own bare knuckle fighting?
He's one of the owners now. Recently, last 2 months. Yeah, but he was just at Bellator, which is the UFC's rival, just over this weekend too. In the corner for I forget the lady's name, but.
So, I always wondered if there was something else going on. It wasn't really injury related. Maybe it was contract. Maybe it was his personal life.
Yeah, it's some contract things. Other people were saying he's holding out for a little money. He was refusing to do some like hype up things before, but maybe he's just injured. Supposedly, Joe Rogan let out that he knew that it was a pinky toe before that. So it was around. But he's fighting Chandler, and Chandler is going to wait no matter what.
So they are going to fight, though?
Yeah. They're pushing it out. I don't know if they've said when it is yet, but this year it will be in the fall, more than likely. But Chandler he'll make 10 times what he makes in a normal fight in this one fight. So it makes no sense for him to go somewhere else in the meantime.
I mean, I do not envy Dana White's position when something like this happens.
Yeah, I know.
Like... you get build up, everybody wants to see it, and then he's going to post a video on Instagram being like, hey, guys, guess what? Wah, wah, wah. Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
Who
we replaced it with is Pereira. I forget who.
It doesn't matter, but I'm a casual fan.
Exactly. It's
doesn't
not pulling you
matter.
in. Exactly.
You could have put... doesn't matter who you put.
It's arguably a better card now, but I completely agree with you. It's not.
Yeah, like you're a hardcore UFC fan.
Yeah.
You probably look at whatever happened and go, you know what, Dana White, nice job. Like, it's fine.
Exactly.
Casual fan?
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And that's nothing personal to him or the company or the industry or the sport. It's just... And I'm not even the biggest McGregor fan in the world. Yeah. There have been many times where I'm like, dude, like, enough.
Yeah, shut up.
Like, I'm not going to tell you to shut up because you'll beat the piss out of me, but it's like, it's just...
But he is still arguably the best. He's the one who brought it to this main level that it's on now. So I get why he's the draw.
Dude, I've gone on this rant before. I know I recycle some rants, but guess what? Tough shit. Listen again.
That's life.
And listen good. Especially now, after everything that's happened with TKO. If I'm Conor McGregor, my career I have an easy career decision to make right now. And do you know what that career decision is that I make? It's I am retiring from the UFC, but I'm staying in under the TKO umbrella, and I am going to the WWE. Like, don't tell me that would be a bad move. One, it would be unbelievable for the WWE, which is still unbelievable for TKO, which owns WWE and UFC. But it's also unbelievable for Conor McGregor. And not to say that guys don't get injured in WWE. They do. But
you can kind of protect him in a way.
You're not.
Yeah.
He's probably not breaking the pinky toe. I don't know what he did to break the pinky toe.
Yeah, I don't know either. Probably just kicking, but I have no idea. Yeah.
But you get a broken pinky toe, you're still gonna wrestle at WrestleMania. You're not getting yanked out of your WrestleMania match for a broken pinky toe.
Do you think his life
and that speaks, praise to the WWE guys, because they obviously
they're always working
perform through injury, but it's, again, the performance is different.
Yeah.
You can still perform and work with,
I don't think he could survive.
Protect that. You can protect the injury in certain ways that you can't in the octagon.
Yeah, but he's not going to show up every week. He has a weird lifestyle. Like he's not doing the work.
Yeah, but
WWE
he's got the private jet.
He'll do one thing. I think
he's got the private jet.
Yeah,
he can fly in whenever, and it's not even about. It's just him on the mic, and this brings us back to why the Conor McGregor experience is so special in the first place.
He brought WWE to it. It really is what it is.
Because he put on a fucking show at those press conferences.
Every time.
When I saw those press conferences with Aldo, that's when I was like, oh shit, what is this? This is different. Yeah. This is like WWE.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. And that's what got me hooked. Now, again, there were many moments where I'm like, this is a little too much. It's a little too much.
Well, he became a character of himself.
But if it's in the WWE, it's not too much.
Yeah.
It's not too much. In fact, it's probably not enough. Give me more.
Yeah. We'll see him at some point. There's no way he doesn't do one thing. He has to.
He should do it right now.
He won't.
Why are you going to get in the octagon and risk another injury in a fight?
Yeah.
And risk somebody just sneaking one in?
I mean,
just go to the WWE. Here's the problem with the WWE is I don't think he's the tallest cat in the league.
No, he's not.
So and he's probably a lot shorter than he even says he is, right? What is McGregor?
I think 5'7", he says 5'8", something like that.
Oh, right. So I'm 5'7". I wonder. Yeah. I wonder if we went face to face, if I'd be a little taller than him.
You really, it's hard to know because
I feel like they lie about their height.
Yeah, they're not really supposed to.
They're not lying about their weight.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they have the weigh-in, but I'm saying outside, in general, what they tell people they're walking around at. When what is he telling people he is? He's telling people he's 5'7" or 5'8".
I don't know. I think it's 5'7". I think he's billed at 5'7".
I thought it was going to be he tells people he's 5'9", but he's really 5'7".
It could be
one of those.
Yeah, it could be something like that. I don't even know what he's fighting at or what he's walking around at now either, though, because he was giant at one point.
What, in the last year and a half, 2 years
he looked
ago?
he was 190, 200 pounds.
And I think people were trying to make accusations that it wasn't natural, right?
I don't think it was natural because he left USADA. That was the testing facility.
He did.
But he had a heel.
And he was filming movies.
He also had a horrific leg injury where a little human growth hormone going to go a long way with bone growth. Mm-hmm. So things like that. So it was probably medically necessary in a weird way, but it did require him to. I mean, it might be why they don't work with USADA right now. They have a new drug testing facility. It might be based around what happened with Conor McGregor.
Well, I don't think that's a problem in WWE, is it?
I don't think so. They get a little. They get to use a little bit. It feels like.
You get to use a little something in the WWE.
But can he just walk away? He's a guy who obviously has a big ego. He still does. There's something. If he can come back and put a belt around his waist again, he is the best of all time.
Yeah, but there's the risk is greater than the reward, in my opinion, because I think the older you get.
Yeah, he's 38, I think.
He's 38?
Yeah.
Dude, don't fight again. Because if you fight again and you lose,
a lot goes away. You're looked at different, and nobody's come back from that injury too. That's a horrific leg injury. No one's come back right. Not one person. Took Weidman 2 times, and he still doesn't look right.
Because if you break it down, it's the last win was what? Cowboy Cerrone?
I mean, I'm not even sure. It was a long time ago, though.
Right? Remember that
Yeah.
fight felt like it was just set up to get him a win.
Yeah.
And he was even nice to
Pablo
Cerrone. It wasn't even a good build-up. It was like...
This fight, honestly, Chandler is a bruiser, and Chandler can knock your head off. But this fight's kind of set up for him to win, too, because Conor's so much more dynamic than Chandler is.
Alvarez, he beat...
Yeah.
Beat Alvarez, I think.
Yeah, the order.
Either way, but he had some losses. He lost to Khabib. He lost to Poirier.
Yeah.
He lost to Mayweather.
The Mayweather.
I'm just saying, it's a loss.
You're right. Yeah.
A loss is a loss is a loss.
Yeah.
Just as much as a win is a win is a win.
Yeah.
And there's a mystique, the McGregor mystique. Then he starts losing. And the talking doesn't mean as much anymore.
No, it doesn't at all.
That's why he needed that win over Cerrone.
Yeah.
But then it's like, you got the horrific knee injury, you lose that.
Yeah.
And then that's a bad look. He's talking about his wife sliding into his DMs as he's on the mat.
Yeah, he lost his mind at that point. Yeah.
I don't know if he was just in shock.
I think it was a little.
And it's just like he resorted to the only thing he knew at that moment.
Poirier said
that was like a defense mechanism.
Yeah. It might have been. Poirier said he'll never fight him again. He'll never put money in his pocket.
Look, I think even McGregor
would regret that.
I think even McGregor would tell you to a man.
It was a little too much.
What's his drink? The Forged?
Yeah. No.
No, what is it? No, that's the bar he's always at.
Yeah. It's
What's his drink? We got to give his drink a shout out.
I can't think of it.
What's his drink? What's the McGregor drink? Hold on. We're going to Google it right now. McGregor, Proper 12.
Proper 12.
I didn't even have to Google it.
Yeah.
Proper 12. You had McGregor.
Have you ever had it? I've never had it. It can't be good.
Sitting in Broadway Golf Club with us, right? Doing a podcast with a little Proper 12. Cameras are off. Mics are off. I think he would sit there and tell us and go, guys, I shouldn't have said that. That was wrong of me. I might not have been in the best state of mind, and that was a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't have said that. He shouldn't have. It's a bad look.
Or maybe she was.
Yeah, maybe she was in the DMs.
Maybe he's telling the truth.
Maybe he'd be like, guys, I shouldn't have said it, but she was in my DMs.
Yeah, maybe she was.
Either way, I just don't think McGregor should keep fighting. He's going to get hurt. He's older. If he loses again, it just knocks him down another notch.
It really could.
Tacks on to the losses here. It's like, you want to remember McGregor for the wins. Yeah, you remember him for the talking, but you want to remember him for the talking meaning something because he was winning. The more you lose, the less talking, like the talking looks
kind of pathetic.
Laughable.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think he goes to the WWE. He should go to the WWE, especially with the merger. It should be an easy decision, man. For him, TKO, WWE, Dana White, I don't know how pleased he would be because I don't think he's doing much work with WWE. But at this point, it's like, what are you really getting out of McGregor right now anyways, if you're UFC?
Yeah.
You're not. You're having to do awkward Instagram videos telling the world, hey, I'm about to disappoint the fuck out of you.
But doesn't that mean that the payout is that good? If Dana White is sucking it up and doing this, that means Conor McGregor, that is that much money. That is bringing in that many eyes.
When you say doing this, what?
Well, Dana White having to go out there to apologize. Dana White.
Well, he does that all the time, though.
Yeah, but it's different with this. If a regular guy's out of a fight, it's a way different thing. If 303, your main event is canceled now. That's a way different.
And by the way, I didn't even see the video of him doing this for McGregor. He did do. I'm just assuming he did because he does it with everybody.
Yeah.
That's just an assumption.
Yeah.
So if he didn't do it, I apologize, but he did do it.
No. Yeah. He does it with.
I mean, of course he did. It's what he does. I mean,
but it's different though. It's different. It's different with McGregor. It's just because he's just such a whole. They flew to Dublin and then he refused to do whatever thing that they wanted him to do. So they'd all fly back. So like if they're willing to play with him, they don't play with anybody like that. Everybody's gone if you don't play ball. The money's worth it. It just
well, look, I mean, again, it's just there's the mystique that's there with him.
Yeah.
But if he comes back and he gets knocked out in the first round, like,
still want to.
What are we doing? No, I want to see it in WWE.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Who would he fight in WWE? Who would you put?
But
one of my original fears when I had this rant with McGregor, he should be in WWE. I did this rant like 7-8 years ago. Right? That's when the Khabib fight maybe was?
Must have been, yeah.
I did it after that. I go, he should just go to WWE. Don't even mess with the legacy anymore. The legacy is what it is. You lost to one of the best.
Some people think the best. I don't.
Right? Never lost.
Yeah.
Right?
Never lost
Khabib?
a round. Never lost a round.
Yeah, he's just a freak.
That's wild.
And he was even like talking shit to him while he's doing it.
Yeah.
Like that's
what he
crazy.
Said. He said, "Now we talk, motherfucker."
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Scary.
You
know, scary stuff right there. But even then, my fear was, all right, McGregor would be perfect in WWE, but he would just throw F-bombs and like he'd get bleeped out on USA Network. But now they're going to Netflix.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing. You're right about that. You're definitely right about that. He'll be there at some point. I just don't think he could ever work like a real schedule. I could see him doing like what The Rock does, essentially. I could see that. I can't see more than that. It's just
I don't know. All he's got to do is fly in for one night.
But one night every week. Like I don't. Guys like that don't do.
I think you can do 2 weeks, one off, 2 weeks, one.
Yeah,
off.
you probably could figure out a schedule.
Because he can do. Logan Paul does it. The remote videos.
Yeah,
it can be done. There's a way to do it, and I think they should try to figure it out. But I don't know. Until then, anything else? We got
Olympics. Olympics are starting. That's
we didn't even, did we? The last show we had, we talked about, and we'll wrap it up. We've been here for a while, but right, what do we got? What do we go for? Like an hour? Yeah. Hour and a half?
Right, no, just an hour.
The last show we did, we talked about Tom Brady and the roast.
Yeah.
And we shit all over the roast.
Yeah.
I called it, or at least I did.
90% of it was garbage.
I called it a douche fest. The douche fest of all douche fests. And I hate to call it that because a lot of the people that were involved, I love. You know, Edelman, Gronk, Brady, Belichick.
Bledsoe.
Fucking love Bledsoe. But it was just a douche fest. Sorry. Like, I'm going to tell it how it is.
Gotta call it douche.
I think it was unnecessary. I think he should have never done it. Brady should have never, they should have never done that. But the Tom Brady ceremony at Gillette, I didn't even watch it. Because it wasn't on fucking TV.
No, you had to watch it on their website.
What are we doing?
I know.
Celebrating the greatest of all time. Not putting it on TV. Right? Did I miss it?
No.
I was going through. My mother texted me. She goes, "Where can I watch the break?" I go, "Ma, I can't find it."
They ended up.
I don't know what to tell you. But it made me so mad that
rough.
they didn't put it on TV that Paul, I didn't even watch it. I didn't watch it.
You didn't miss anything.
I don't know what happened. I saw like a couple little clips. I saw one clip of Bledsoe. I saw a clip of Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I don't know anything else that happened. I was so mad that they would not put this thing on TV. Like, it's almost like you had one job. I don't get it. You couldn't get like Channel 5.
Channel 4.
Channel 4.
Channel 4.
Channel 4.
They replayed it like a week after.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. It was on like a Friday
Why
night.
can't it be live?
I have no idea.
What about ESPN 2?
Anything.
ESPN
Yeah.
The Ocho.
Anything.
Like ESPN Classic. Do they still have that? Put it on ESPN Classic. It's a classic quarterback. He's the GOAT.
Yeah. It seems like a bonehead craft, like ownership move.
They streamed it on
their website.
Paul,
I didn't know I've never looked at their website.
I didn't watch this fucking thing out of spite. Okay? You have the greatest quarterback of all time returning for a special night on June 12th. 6 Super Bowl rings. 6-12. The number 12. You're retiring the number. You're going to build the statue. You get all these guests. Right? Peyton Manning was there.
Yeah.
Randy Moss came back.
Cried like a baby.
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw one other clip. Belichick got a fantastic ovation. brought a tear to my eye, brought a tear to his eye. And you did this whole event at a sold-out Gillette Stadium that looked like it was WrestleMania. And you didn't put it on TV live?
You put it on your dumb
You want
website.
me to like go find it on the Patriots website? Fuck you.
Yeah, and watch it on your just watch it on your
get
little
the fuck out of here.
your little
No,
phone.
Sorry. Like, this thing needs to be on TV.
Yeah.
And I just don't know why. I don't know why it wasn't. Like, can somebody provide a reason in the comments? A good one. Not just one that you think. Give me a good one. That you did not put the Tom Brady ceremony on television. Like, we could sit here and name 40 channels that it could have realistically been on and made sense.
Yeah.
You could have put that shit on Nick at Night. Do they still have Nick at Night?
I think so, yeah.
You could have put it on Nick at Night, and it would have made sense. I would have found a way for that to make sense. What's another channel? I don't know. CW, UPN 38. Do those channels still exist?
Those are gone, but yeah.
No, it's odd because what's the channel? I watch Seinfeld. It's on at 11:30 and midnight.
The CW, UPN's gone. There is a CW. You're right. Yeah.
No, dude, I think UPN
You think it's the
still
opposite?
exists.
Oh wow.
I think it's an orange logo.
Okay. Ion maybe?
No, I think it's UPN 38. I think it's UPN 38. They play Seinfeld. Oh, they play The Big Bang Theory. We don't need The Big Bang Theory.
Not every
Give
night.
us Tom
at least.
Brady
Yeah,
night.
one night we have
One
Tom
night.
Brady. Yeah.
You couldn't put that, Paul. And you know what pissed me off is that it was like nobody was fazed by this. It was like I was the only one that cared that it wasn't on TV. Did anybody did you hear anyone else complaining?
No.
Now, I don't listen to sports radio anymore, so maybe they did. But even people that I talked to, all the same people that didn't invite me to the Hootie and the Blowfish concert,
Probably the same exact people.
probably the same fucking people. Nobody else was like, "Oh yeah, you're right." Like,
That's weird.
that's weird. I was the only one that thought this was weird, which makes me think like maybe I'm the weirdo.
That's
Yeah,
like-
maybe it shouldn't have been on TV. You're right.
Yeah.
Let's not play it on TV.
Yeah, let's-
Why are we not doing this on TV? There isn't a single television executive out there that has a good answer to that question. Why was the Tom Brady ceremony not on TV? Is that something maybe like the Patriots needed to profit off of? And
Well, that's what I was wondering. What do they just want it for their dumb website for some statistical reason? Like, I have no reason. There's no reason.
if I'm a TV executive, I'm going, what is this going to cost? Because I will then go out and I will sell advertisements on top of it
To Tom
cover the
Brady.
profit, to cover that,
Yeah.
and then have a net profit off of this. This
Seems
is
like
not
a
hard.
no-brainer.
This
yeah.
is not hard. I could not watch it. And I just want him to come back for one more season. Now, he did post something where he was bench pressing the other day.
He keeps doing
keeps
that.
teasing something.
I know.
Even his kids did a video for him.
Did they had him at a UFL game handing out a
No,
trophy
he's doing
to or something?
He did broadcasting. For
Okay,
it. He was in
okay.
the booth.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's a little weird to see him at a UFL.
You know, I guess
Don't mess around with that. That's like Stone Cold going to AEW. That makes no sense.
well, it was on Fox, so
Okay, I know, I get it, but keep him
Yeah.
for the NFL. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's like even his kids. They did a video leading up to the event. On Patriots released it, and his kids narrated it like through his Patriots career. And at the end, his son was like said something, and I'm paraphrasing, but this is pretty close to it. He said, "And so, Dad, when you return tonight at Gillette Stadium and you walk by the locker room, don't get any ideas." They even teased it then. And I'm watching. I posted. I go, watch till the end. Let's go, Tom. Get those ideas flowing. Get those ideas flowing. One more season. He knows he can do it.
Oh, he
I know
definitely
you can do it, Tom. Patriots fans, everybody knows you can do it. And they're saying Drake May's like the backup and Jacoby Brissett's the starter.
Yeah.
I'm like,
What?
wait, what's going on down there? What are we doing?
I mean, just thank God they got rid of Belichick so he wouldn't screw this whole thing up.
Right? Like, what? Like, even Belichick not being there makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't make any sense. Nothing that's going on in the world is making much sense, right? And so that's why, like, I feel like sometimes I don't belong here with you people. But then the WWE creates a world championship that has the Stanley Cup on it, and I think everything makes sense. It's suddenly like
birds are chirping.
I do belong.
Yeah.
I do belong in this crazy fucking
sun
world.
Feels a little better.
It's beautiful. Somebody buy me that championship. We'll end it on that note. Follow me on Instagram at Danny Picard. Follow UFO Wrestling on Instagram at UFO Wrestling. And we will be back. I don't know. Maybe the next show is in the new studio? No, you know what? Actually, no, that's wrong. If I had a guess, I'd say there's one more show here. I'd say there's one more here. We should do a really special show with guests coming in. No, we won't. If I had a guess, though, there's one more show here, and maybe in 2 shows, the new studio will be revealed. But that's not ready yet. So smash subscribe on the YouTube channel. The last couple shows are YouTube exclusives. I did not post them on Spotify. Testing a few things out. But maybe this one will go on Spotify. I don't know. I just like posting on YouTube. I like it. I like the show being in one place. Rather than everyone tosses it out to all these places. It's like, I don't know. Here's where you need to go to watch it. Right? And I know I sound like the Patriots with the Tom Brady ceremony. Yeah, you can only go here to watch it. But no, I don't know. Follow on Spotify. Anyway, you get your podcast. This is the Danny Picard Show. We will just end it. I never know how to end the show, so let's just end it. See you next time.